Santa Claus is coming to town.
And he's ready to kick your ass. Let's talk about this.
Welcome back, everybody. This is A&J Hot Takes. My name is Andre.
And I am Joe.
What's up, Joe? Not much. Excited for this one.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, right. Today we're talking about Violent Night 2. And we were talking about this earlier where you told me that you had shown me some scenes for the first one. And I honestly had no clue about this movie. Even you told me that you showed me, I had no clue. So I went straight into watching the first one, and holy shit, am I excited for the second one.
Well, this is what happens when we would drink and talk about the movies. You'd often forget about things I talked about. And to be fair, I would mention like 20 different movies at once. So, but the first one was pretty action-paced. For those that do not know, David Harbour from Stranger Things plays Santa Claus. And it plays off like the old Swedish Norwegian Saint Nick, who has like Celtic type background. And he's like this good guy that goes around giving gifts to those that deserve it. But he stumbles upon a hostage situation, and in the act of defending himself, he kind of goes Rambo on the hostage takers there. And needless to say, he finds his Viking roots, and he gets a sledgehammer, and he puts metal to ass throughout the whole movie. It's actually a pretty fun watch.
It is super fun, and like I love that it does incorporate some of like Home Alone stuff, but also with Viking shit. And for those that don't know, I'm into Vikings, so just seeing that they gave him that background of being just a regular Viking soldier, like he didn't have anything special, or at least they don't say it during the first one. Maybe we'll learn a little bit more on this one.
I mean, obviously something's keeping him alive during the year, so there's some sort of supernatural element. But to your point, he's not Superman. He's just Santa Claus, but with extra strength and the ability to live.
Honestly, I don't know if he has extra strength. He just seems like the only powers he has is the bag of toys, and then he does this thing with his nose that he can like teleport through the chimney, but that's pretty much all they show that he can do.
Come on, that bag of toys has got to weigh like a ton.
True. Although I don't know, because in the first one of them grabs it and throws it into the chimney and sets it on fire. So I don't think it does weigh. Yeah.
All right.
So I do want to dive into one of my hot takes, and I find like this movie, I didn't know about it, the first one, and fair enough, like you might have told me, but I don't recall seeing like a lot of publicity, a lot of promotion for this movie. But now, like for the second one, there is. Maybe it is because David is such a high actor right now, right? He's been in MCU, he's been in Stranger Things, so maybe that's why. But honestly, like I'm excited. I'm glad that they're doing a part 2. I really don't know where they could have gone after watching the first one, but I'm here for it.
Yeah, no. To your point, I think the movie came out when there was like a flood of Santa Claus movies hitting Netflix and other streaming services. There was one with Kurt Russell that came out. There was a Red One with Chris Evans and The Rock. There was also an animated Christmas movie that came out on Netflix or some other streaming service around the same time that I can't think of the name. And above all that, kind of shadowing this film was another movie that I mentioned to you called The Fat Man, where it is Mel Gibson playing Santa Claus. And it kind of has the same thing where he's kind of a badass, except instead of a bad group of guys taking a family hostage, they send almost like a SEAL team to the North Pole in order to take out Santa Claus, where he is the target. And in Mel Gibson fashion, he kind of turns the tables around. What I kind of liked about that one too is that they kind of make him average, and you don't see anything special about him until the very end where they actually shoot him in the head and he supposedly dies. But then, like Terminator 2 style, he kind of comes back together and he regrows his brain and his face and everything. So he comes back alive and showing like he's an unstoppable force because of what he is, this Christmas entity, you know. But yeah, that could be the reason as to why you didn't see a whole lot during that time.
Fair enough. And Joe, I do want to ask you. So you saw the first one, seen the trailer. Do you feel like the trailer is showing more action than what the first one had?
I say it's showing about the same amount of action. But I'm with you. I'm not sure where they were gonna take a second movie if they were to make one. I love the idea of it just becoming like a new franchise. I don't see why it had to be Santa Claus of all things. Because then what's next? Are they gonna bring the Easter Bunny? Are they gonna bring Uzi Jesus coming out to like kick ass? And
I mean, it does open up Krampus. So we could have eventually Santa versus Krampus fight. Never know.
Again, that's been done. Krampus has had his own film, and then Krampus was the villain on Red One. Yeah, yep. So I don't think Krampus has been done right, but I probably have to dive in and see some other ones. But yeah, I mean, part of me says, why are they making a second one? But then you see Mrs. Santa Claus in the trailer, and you're like, okay, I'm
Kristen Bell.
Yeah.
Yep. I am down for some Mrs. Claus, man.
Yeah, and she looks about as badass as he does. Although, is there an age gap there? She looks a lot younger than David Harbour. I mean, they could be the same age. I don't know.
I really don't know how old David is. Kristen Bell has to be in her 40s.
Okay.
Even though
David
she doesn't
Harbour's,
look like...
I think, late 40s. Oh, no. That's why I was wondering. Like, I knew who she was, but then I'm like, why does she still look 20? Yeah. The power of money, right?
Yes. I mean, I guess she takes care of herself, and that's why she looks good, but she is still fucking hot, man.
I can't wait. It looks really good.
It does.
And like I said, I'm happy for it to be a franchise, but does it have to be? I could have settled for like a Netflix show where they get a little bit more into this background. They show like throughout the night he's like doing little things here and there. Maybe be like the once a year Superman, who knows? But no, I'll take what I could get, right?
Heck yeah. All right. Well, I don't have anything else for this one. I'm just pumped.
Yeah. No, I gotta say, this is going along with the list of trailers where it's done right. It teases enough to get you hooked. If you've seen the first one, great. If you haven't, it's like, all right, just like you did, I'm going to do some research and find out what this is all about. And but yeah, no, I kind of get an idea what the part 2 is about, but for the most part, I'm going to wait till the movie comes out and see what it really is.
Yeah, because the first one mainly was him trying to save a family. This one looks like they're coming after Santa. So it kind of moving away from that of Santa trying to help. Now Santa's on the run, and I'm assuming Mrs. Claus is the one that's going to play like that Santa that he played.
So what's your take? Are we going to see some deadly toys in part 2? Like children's toys turning into weapons?
Yeah, I generally hope so. I want to see like modern stuff as well. Maybe Mrs. Claus pulls out a scooter and she's like this shield maiden back in the day, so she uses that as a club or something. That'd be freaking awesome.
That's what I've never seen actually in the movies, where it's all like, oh, we could pump out Rubik's cubes and Jack in the Box like nobody's business, but it takes us like an extra 30 minutes to pump out a PlayStation 5, and these little fuckers want that left and right.
I know, right? Lucky bastards.
There's one elf in the background just like, God damn it. These processors are too complicated.
So expensive, damn AI.
Right?
Yeah. So what are you giving it, man?
I'm giving it a watch.
Fuck
I don't think you go wrong with this one.
No, I honestly don't think so. I think this is definitely a watch, and it's going to be a really fun watch. Definitely going to watch it in the movies. I'll probably watch it again once it's in streaming. But this might become one of those that it's like a Christmas staple for me. It's like, okay, getting into Christmas, let's start. Let's watch Violent Night.
Well, have you seen Silent Night, Deadly Night? How about the homicidal Santa? It's had like two different remakes at this point, I believe. But yeah, you should check that out.
Okay.
The original is
that one.
Regular 1970s type slasher, and gratuitous nudity and weird deaths and all that. The remake was pretty good too. And then I haven't seen the latest remake, but all right.
Fair enough. All right. Well, AJ, watch. Let's do this.
All right.
All right. Cool. Well, thanks everybody for watching, and see you in the next one.
Gotcha.